I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, depth first heard, if you could say depth first heard. Because obviously, the cases ended quite a while ago, but what we will still have for a very long time, especially until Aquaman 2 comes out and gets resolved, is fans having little squabbles with each other and things like that. This here's a tweet from that umbrella guy who says that Amber Heard simps are doxing each other. So delicious. That's what happens when you run with doxers and false flaggers. They will turn on you. Now, I will admit the Johnny community has done some reporting, but usually when they do, there's a good reason. Usually, it's some kind of a real threat, some very distasteful thing about how they wish harm to someone or something like that. But it seems a lot of people on the Amber side just report simply because you're saying Amber is an abuser and she defamed Johnny and things that were proved in court. So there's differences there. Obviously, you have the right to report on harmful things that are actually harmful. But if someone's just putting their opinion out there about a court case in Virginia that was proven, well, then you should never report that person ever. Same thing with jokes. I mean, let's face it, turd jokes get around, flappy fish market jokes get around, and things like that, but that's no reason to report. Those are just harmless jokes for the most part. Anyway, let's see what happened here with this person. So you might be familiar with Leave Heard Alone, and Leave Heard Alone says, "Nothing alarms me more than learning that Amber Heard supporters, quote unquote, because of course they're not real supporters now, have been feeding Deppies as much personal information as they can try to get me hurt, doxxed, to damage my platform because they are jealous of me and I know who they are." But wait a minute, that's what Amber supporters have been doing to that umbrella guy and a whole bunch of other creators reporting the facts for like 2 or 3 years or maybe more. They wanted to get Incredibly Average reported and taken off and things like that. Why? He put his opinion out about physics, basically, about what Amber said happened, and then breaking it down with physics, with computer generated physical type animations, and saying, hey, this looks weird. But they think for some reason there's something wrong with that. Obviously, when you put something in quotes, you're saying, well, I don't believe these people are really Amber supporters, but you know what? They are. Because, like that umbrella guy rightfully pointed out, when you hang out with people who believe in doxing and reporting and things like that, well, it might happen to you. They might do it to you because obviously they're people that do that kind of thing. Now, doxing is a completely different issue, of course, but I'm pretty sure we're also talking about reporting and things like that, trying to get accounts banned and stuff. But once again, I think we've seen more doxing coming from the side of Amber supporters. I can't remember any big Amber supporters getting doxed by Johnny fans. Maybe I'm missing it, but I can't remember. And I've got a couple in my memory bank of the opposite. Beatrix Kiddo says, and big shout out to her, by the way, they have been screaming the tide is turning for months. I guess the tide turned, but not in the way they expected. Well, that could be. And Janet here says, yeah, it doesn't look like the tide is turning. She's holding on to Momoa for dear life, but he can't save her now. Let me know what you think here. Maybe this is my imagination, but usually when they take public pictures out in the open, it seems like she's the one being clingy to Jason, and he's usually the one who's like pushing back. Now, we've got some pictures with his arm around her and things like that, but those are usually behind the scenes, dressing rooms, diners, and things like that, not out in the open where paparazzis and people like that could easily pop in. Just something I've always been thinking. It's a dog eat dog world, and yeah, you could say that. And this person says, all the little SJW fishes feel so happy and safe swimming fin to fin and scale to scale until another eat each other meme. All right, all right. It was bound to happen. Cannibal culture. Looks like that's from Fallout. If you know Fallout, it was pretty big at some point. And the memes keep going down and down and down. Plenty of replies here. Anyway, I'm on Twitter too. Maybe give me a follow. I'm on 2934, trying to hit that 3,000 mark. I guess at some point it will happen. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider it. And if you don't subscribe here, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Rant done for now. See you next time.